Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Uh, in today's video, we're doing a video for an assignment where we create a card game, the card game War. So what I did here was I put in my players. My players obviously are Kanye versus the Illuminati. I'd like to have a little fun with uh, conspiracies and all that. So I figured I'd make a little fun game, and this is the result of everything. Here is the code for my game. So to start my game, I created a class called Card. In my constructor, I put a suit name and value for the parameters. Um, and then after that, so that pretty much creates a card or a class of a card. Uh, and here I created a deck class to create a deck of cards. The cards consist of suits, names, and values. And it also has a cards array where the cards will be placed into that array. So um, the values for the card, I had to add values for the uh, cards because the initial name, like Ace, doesn't store value. So if I compared it to the value of 3, it wouldn't be able to read. So uh, I had to create a values or values array, sorry, in order to compare the values of Ace and Jack, Queen, or King. So here I created a deck where it creates a new deck. Uh, this method creates a new deck, and the first loop I created here iterates through the suits array. The other loop here loops through the names array. So what will end up happening is I'll end up pushing uh, a new card, or I'll end up pushing this suit's index and this name's index and this values index to a new card. So it'll create a new card and then push it into the deck. So here I created a shuffle deck uh, method where it shuffles the deck. You can actually find uh, the code for this online. I forget the exact name of this shuffle method, but here I just called mine shuffle deck, and it'll shuffle the 52 cards that I have and place them randomly in the array. So here I have the deal deck method where a deck will deal the cards to the players. So here it'll log out dealing cards, and it'll deal 26 cards to the first player, and this will be their hand, and then it'll push another 26 cards to the second player, and that'll be the second player's hand. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up my deck class and what the deck does. Um, Here, I also created a players class, so you can just put in a name for the player. And it'll keep track of their hand and what cards they have in their hand. Here, I created my uh, class for the game so that the game can actually run. So with my deck, my cards, and my players, um, now I can run the game. So my constructor took in the players array, and I created a start method to start the game. So here, this creates a new player, and here's where I put in my names. I put in Kanye Illuminati. I can put in any name I want here, and it will change the name of the player. And I logged out declare war. So that's how the game starts. Here, it creates a deck and shuffles the cards, and then it will deal the cards to the player. And then this method, it'll run until one player is out of cards. So it'll play the game, and then this method will end the game and return the output results. So, so the game will play here. This method runs the game. It'll say declare war, and so it has this player in this player's hand, or yeah, this player, which is player one, and this player, which is player two, in the players array. This will keep track of the turns so that I'm only gonna have about 26 turns every game just to shorten the game because otherwise the game will keep going. So I shorten the game here in my while loop. So while the player one's hand length is not equal to 0, and while player's hands to length is not equal to 0, it'll run this. So the game will play until player one's hand is 0 or has 0 cards, or until player two's hands has 0 cards. And it'll log out the turn and what card the player has of what suit, and yeah, and what player two has as well. Here is the method that ends the game and declares a winner. It will announce a winner, and it'll run and log that the game is over and say who wins the game after randomly drawing through the cards. I already have everything ran, so I just ran this through my HTML and I opened my live server. Here it has Kanye winning the game, Illuminati loses, and when I ran my Mocha and my Chai to test to make sure I back tested and make sure everything was working here. My two tests actually checked off. So here in my tests, I have a test file here, and it runs a test to create an object with 3 parameters. So it checks off and says that it does that. And then I also ran a test to say that it should return an array that is not in the same order as the original. So my 2 tests actually come back clean with my code. Let me go back here, as you can see here. So everything runs good here. Just so that we have everything, this declares the war. So that starts the game. It creates a new deck. It shuffles the deck, and then it deals the cards. And then it says declare war, start the game. So then it iterates through all the turns, and it randomly draws the cards and declares the winner of each round. And at the end, it says who wins. So that's my war card game. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you and have a good one.